Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Capanova event. 欢迎大家来到我们 Capanova 平台。在开始今天的讲座之前，我想花1分钟时间 real quick introduce Capanova. Capanova stands for Chinese American Parents Association of Northern Virginia，中文是北美华裔家长协会。我们是一个非营利组织，始建于2021年。在过去的4年半的时间里头，我们已经为华府社区提供了上千场公益讲座。其中呢有一条主线就是我们的 financial literacy，这个 financial literacy 是1个月1期的讲座，然后在这个讲座里头呢，主要是我们的华府最棒、最有名的麦克教官主导，然后今天呢，他带给我们的话题是how 的，就是 OBBA，就是这个川普刚刚通过的这个 Big and Beautiful Bill Act will affect our CAPA member families。我们来一起听听教官来给我们解析这个大而美的法案，然后看看我们哪一些家庭，我们这些家庭就是华府的这些家庭，从中是可以受益，还是我们需要有一些注意的事情去提前安排。All right, without any further ado, I'm going to give the stage to Coach Mike.
All right.
大家要是有问题的话，可以放在这个 chat box 里头哈，然后 Coach Mike 会在这个过程当中逐一解答。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Yuan. It's been an honor to share what I know and also I keep learning. First of all, they may run over 1 hour. You guys okay, right? Make sure you cover another 15 minutes. Secondly, is all the things are public information. If you want to, there are 3 sources. One is you can go to White House, Senate, Congress website, download the Act, 900 pages. And also AICPA and some state accounting board produce some articles and research. I think they're good. I'm going to put it in the chat room so you can download, because if you know AICPA, probably one of the most authoritative sources for accounting and tax. And I want you to give you these 2 sources you can download. I found this information very good. One is the tax comparisons between the Senate version and the House version, right? You see the current act, meaning the old act, the House version and Senate bill. So this is good, give you line by line comparisons. And this this version focuses on the tax planning, financial planning. So I wanted you to read this, okay? All right. Always I present with a disclaimer. This is tax education. If you want to execute certain strategies, buy a house, buy annuity, buy life insurance, buy crypto, you need to talk with qualified people. I only give you tax advice, and personal view does not represent my employer, my commissioners, and any other staff members, right? And the last one is very important, because the law passed in July 4. IRS has been losing people like crazy, right? They have Doge, they have the burnout, the buyout. I think they lost 20 to 30% of people, closed a lot of regional office. Now you dump another 900 pages tax code to them to design the new form, interpretations, and revise the old system. I don't think IRS have a capacity to do it. I don't know how they do that. So just take months for the IRS to design the new forms and give you the rule interpretations. So that's why be patient. A lot of laws we may not be able to, for instance, the Trump account. You will not get $1,000 even if you have baby today. Sorry, take it 12 months, because a lot of brokerage firms have now set up this reporting requirements. So all the things looks good, but take time, be patient. All right. I think probably today we focus on the individual benefits, meaning what we can do for this one. In the future, I want to run through the business segment, because the business, I'm still working on that. It's a lot of things we can do, but today we focus on the individual. On Friday, I'll give another one focused on the real estate investors, the landlords. Next week is with CAPA Shuli, Baltimore County. I'll talk about the retirees. So it's a lot of information. I want to give you things I know and I constantly learn every day. I know I'm very obsessive by this. Well, we understand that the permanent, all the things on the tax bracket, right? All the things are here permanent. And also the put the standard deductions permanent, meaning if you are my age, 50 something, if you are married, so your deduction 31,000 standard, even you do not do the SALT. If you are senior at a certain thing, so we'll talk about the senior.
That's fine, like maybe a smaller, like just an animal.
Right. So today I'll focus on these 10 things. Again, based on my personal preference, right? First is SALT, second is senior deduction, the Trump account, the tips and overtime pay, car loan interest, bonus depreciation, 529 college, student loan, the Tesla credit, health savings account, and estate lifetime extension exclusions. So I think they are more personal items. I want to give you this. Again, everything comes from the law. You know, you can have all the YouTubers and the social media podcasts, but at the end of the day, we need to read the act because the law doesn't lie. You have to read this. Okay, I give you the section numbers and the page numbers, and also the dollar amount, etc., etc. First of all, SALT. If you can read this, it's the page 271, right? Let's go to the law.
Which I made it home for, I'm going to ignore that.
Yeah. So first of all, for this year, you're going to get a $40,000 because many people live in McLean, Potomac, Rockville, very expensive. So 40,000 is a very good relief for the hardworking working class. I agree with that. But all these exemptions, for instance, first of all, this thing only good for 4 years, right? Yeah, you'll be happy for 4 years. After that, back to normal. So you have a short-term joyfulness. After that, you have to be realistic. So you always think, if you want to buy a house, what about after 2029, right? That's one. Second is they give you all this income limitations. I think $500, let me see, I believe is most people you can only benefit this if your joint income below 500. If you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, the deduction, the phase out very fast. I think it's 33% per dollar. Meaning what? By the time you make $600,000 on your AGI, meaning pretty much your 40,000 back to $10,000. So that's the thing is, it's only good for people in this range, 500, 400 below. I think this code is really giving you a sweetness, but doesn't mean anything. For instance, people live in New York, in New Jersey, or California, 500 is really not much. I think Yuan, do you agree? If you live in Silicon Valley, it's not much. But suddenly you lose, quickly lose this deduction because, how many people can afford a $1 million house in Bay Area? It's not possible. So that's why I always think this one size fits all law doesn't mean anything. If you live in Alabama, yes, that's a lot. But New York, California, Virginia may not be a big deal. That's why I don't give a great trust on this. It's really a short pleasure doesn't give you long-term security. Second one is a senior deduction. It's the 6,000. Let's go page 244. Right, go to page. Let me see that 244. First of all, you read this code is $6,000 per qualified individual. Meaning what? If you husband and wife both are 65 bucks, and you get a double. That's nice, right? And that's why for people living in this 88 people here, if you are 65 or above, this is your sweet spot. You can take advantage of it. Again, the income is 150 below AGI. Do you see that AGI? That's why I do not want you to take Social Security. I do not want you to take out money from 401k, and I do not want you to have annuity because I do not want to have a large cash deposit. because 150 you can easily blow out. So you think it's a good deal, but the law is really right road for the people who have no income, no 401k, and have a pure just plain vanilla retirement plan. So 150 is very easy to hit. I will give you some case studies. So I'm not biased against annuity. One thing is, if you have a inflexible payout during retirement, many tax law is driven by AGI, and sometimes you have no way to manipulate, right? That's why life insurance, cash value life insurance is much better than annuity, because same reason, because you take a loan, it does not reflect on your tax return. All right, this is the introduction. The Trump account is a big deal, $299. Let's go there, $299. So the Trump account thing is, they'll give you anything, any child below 18, you get this, your money, right? Maybe parents can put in $5,000 per child, put it into a brokerage account. Again, Vanguard, Fidelity have not even started yet. You have to wait. So that's, first of all, it seems good, but a lot of things is, first of all, you can only buy index fund, S&P 500. I want to buy UTMA, Warren Buffett stock. You can't. You can only buy index, so they are limited, right? Second is the $5,000. If you take out the money, you still need to pay tax. It's not good. I would rather you have a UTMA, you borrow money. Remember BBB, buy, borrow, and build. You never pay tax. 5,000 compounding. By the time you get it out, you still pay tax based on the child tax bracket. It's more like smaller size of 401k. It's not going to give you much. I think it just seems cool, but it's not much. Okay. And they also give you this $1,000. I think somebody said, if you have a baby I think, okay, Yuan, can you read the sentence?
Hold on. Where?
So they call the Trump account pilot program.
Okay. Trump accounts contribute pilot program. In general, in the years of an individual who makes an election under this section with respect to an eligible child of individuals, such eligible child shall be treated as making a payment against the tax imposed by subtitle A, for the taxable year for which the election was made, and in amount of in amount equal to $1,000. That's not much at all.
Yeah, it's only limited for the child, baby born between now and up to 2020, December 31st, 2028. Yes, guys, if you want to take advantage of $1,000,
Start make child.
yeah, I don't even know. Seems fancy, but really meaningless. $1,000, that's it? One-time deal.
Yeah, that's not, yeah. And this is,
If you read the
yeah.
code, it's really nothing. First of all, how much money you have to buy the diapers and the formula, the boys,
Yeah,
it's crazy. Secondly is
I think the daycare these days is outrageous, the price.
so anyway, I'm just saying it seems cool.
Too little.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$1,000 from government pilot program, and if your child is, for instance, let's say you have a 13-year-old boy, 13-year-old, so meaning you can only put in your money in it. It's not taxable, meaning it's not deduction, right? You can put in money and they compound for you. There's no AGI method yet. Even Elon Musk have 13 kids. Yeah, remember Elon have a lot of kids? He can do it, but then you have no deduction on your tax return. The problem is you can only buy S&P 500. I don't like that. For instance, do you see this? You can only buy something about S&P 500. I think this is not going to give you much of its options. It's very similar to 529, right? Again, 5K. I I don't see. All right, next one, tips and overtime. You can get a tax-free 274. Let's go tips. So I really want to read the tax code because tax code is really interesting. All right, for instance, you said allowed to, tax-free money is $25,000. Everybody see that, right? And you gotta be income. I like this, it's very general, meaning if you're married, joint, filing, your income limit is up to 300,000, meaning you can enjoy this. Yeah, I think this situation is what? The guy worked with a McKinsey or a PwC as accountant, making money. The wife worked with in the bar, or worked with the beauty salon.
Okay.
That's why your tip is tax-free. I don't even know how this couple can meet, right? I'm just thinking it's good money, no tax, $25,000. Yeah, good luck with that. The other one is,
Second job. Yeah.
yeah, and also the overtime, you can do this. But the code is very strict, meaning you have to be in the trade or business. For instance, restaurant, the spa, right? The haircut, the barber shop. Something normally, customarily, you get a tip. Yes, this is good business. I don't think Amazon delivery people can suddenly start to charge you tips. We can do that because we will get a package for Amazon. You will not get a charge of a tip, right? That's why in the course of trade, you cannot suddenly turn your business into a tip business. IRS said no, it's not possible. Right? I think this one only customarily and regularly receive tips. Right. Do you see the code? Very very strong. All right. No big deal. All right, car loan interest, $10,000. I think that's a good one. If your income is, I don't even know, but most of the people in this class may not get, oh yeah, we already over 199 people. We are capped out.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have reached our ceiling.
Yeah, we need a bigger, anyway, so for the 200,000, yes, AGI, you can get it. That's one, as I think a car loan interest is really interesting is what, because you got to buy American car. You cannot buy Honda or BMW. That's a problem. All right, now bonus depreciation is 327. They said you can, the depreciation, it changed from 40% to 100% after January 19th, 2025. Let me ask you guys a question. Why they pick this day? Anybody know why? What the heck is January 19th? Anybody know? Anybody tip me? How do you sign up your upcoming seminars?
Trump took office.
Yes, inauguration day. Yeah. So that's why Trump said before that is Trump is Biden's problem. After that is my credits. So that's why he wants. So meaning what? Meaning if you buy property or you buy equipment or buy a car after January 19th, you can get bonus depreciation up to 100%. Otherwise, luckily, you get back to 40% sunset. So that's the key. Bonus depreciation is good stuff. I want to give you more example, but just let you know is the only good for, they'll be permanent, right? And it's very true for real estate people. They can do cost aggregations, they can do all this short-term rentals, Airbnbs, they can do that. That's a good one for people. All right, then what else do we have? No income limitations, perfect for people. Move on to 529, 412. The reason I'll quickly go through this because I have 10 case studies. I want you guys to do cases because in my class, I always teach people to think in a real life basis. First of all is 5 to 9, they have additional expenses allowed, which is good. They cover what? Public, private, religious. If you read AICP guidance, and even they call the homeschooling, I think homeschooling. Anybody, a lot of people in church or do not trust the public system, they do homeschooling. Hopefully we can get, yeah, that's one specific code is that 529 can use for homeschooling, which is very good. I like that. And up to $20,000 a year. That's good money, right? For instance, Coach Alice, she's teaching 45, 对不对? Homeschooling. You can do that, use 529. That's very good. And also you can cover online education materials, right? You do this Khan Academy, absolutely covered. What else? Very interesting. I want to see 20,000 is good. Effectively, meaning this year doesn't count, you have to start from next year. Yuan, can you read this including, what does it mean including qualified post-secondary credentialing? Basically, what does it mean?
From where? Just
Yeah, the highlight.
see.
Meaning five
Just the high. Huh?
cover post-secondary credentialing expenses.
Oh, okay. Post-secondary credential expense. The term qualified higher education expense includes qualified post-secondary credential expense. What does it mean? As defined in
职业
the
高中，职业高中，
是职业高中吗？
vocational school, yes, like a plumber.
Okay.
Because Trump firmly believes we need more carpenters and masons and HVAC people, plumbers, than the people only do the ChatGPT and the PowerPoint.
See. Okay.
Yeah.
Post-secondary credentialing expense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any credential program, if you read that, reputable credentials, the occupations required. That's why, guys, if your child want to get a real estate license, they can go to Massily, they can go to local real estate school. The expenses is 529 qualified. If your child want to learn plumber, qualified. If your child want to get a license for enrolled agent, IRS enrolled agent, qualified. If your child want to get a life insurance license, qualified.
Okay.
It's very important. Why? Because this real life licensing can give you real money, right? You sell life insurance, you sell annuity, you sell houses, you repair people's toilet, it's all money.
But a lot of these schools are sort of like workshops, not necessarily credit school,
You don't need
isn't
that.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as you see, as long as any very, very broad, any occupational, right? Think of licensing. Recognized by state,
Okay.
not even federal, state is fine.
Okay.
That is fine, okay. It's a big deal. I like this. Government wanted more people to assemble iPhones instead of just blah blah. Yeah. Like me, sorry. All right. Still go to 759. 759. Okay, what does it mean? For graduate students, you can only borrow loan up to $100,000. What does it mean? Why White House designed this one? They don't want people to take student loan. Why is that? If you want to go to Yale or Princeton, learn economics, that's grad school, you can only borrow up to $100,000 student loan. Because in Trump's eyes, this kind of jobs are useless. Sorry to say that. Yeah, they discourage people to take a loan to learn some useless degrees. Sorry, I have to say that. Yeah, that's what they do. But if you want to go to professional students, you can borrow up to 200,000. But law school, medical school, MBA, they might be okay, right? I think Trump is very practical. He said, if your degree produce income, like lawyers and doctors and MBA, this kind of things, yes, you can borrow more loans because you make your job more affordable and more profitable. That's just good. if you try to learn English literature, why you need to borrow a loan to learn English? But you're still a teacher, right? Who can publish another book? Yeah. So this kind of grad schools Trump did discourage. This is very profound for colleges, right? Let's say all the Ivy League, they offer so many graduate degrees, economics, literature, history, and theory, and anthropology. But if your student cannot afford that, nobody come.
It's true. It's going to be a huge shift.
Yeah, it's
in
shifting
the-
vocational school. Trump
Yeah,
used
of course.
to encourage people to learn practical skills rather than just reading on the books. Yeah.
可是这个东西 practical, how you 就是 predict the future, you never know. Maybe 那个 art major, music major, 就像这种东西，现在都觉得不挣钱的，10 years down the road,
Yeah.
it might be.
Good, but Trump is so nearsighted by myopia. He doesn't care because he married in his language is the fourth grade, right? That's all. Yeah,
Okay.
If you read the parent loans, if you want to borrow a loan for a child called a plus loan, right? For the parents and undergrad students, you can only borrow 20,000. I think Travis here, my son Chris, he's in aviation college. Aviation costs money. Like I borrow every year, borrow $40,000. I'm lucky. I'm already scoped out. For now, if your child want to go to any expensive college, the parents can only borrow 20,000 a year. That's it. If you go to Harvard, what do? You're stuck
Yeah.
because Harvard is $90,000. Now all the Ivy League get cut by the federal government, right? Because all this what do you call it, Jewish thing and the DEI.
Yeah. DEI related, yeah.
All the Ivy Leagues are losing federal funding.
Federal funding, yeah.
So they charge 8% for the private foundation, all the Jewish foundation to donate. They charge 8% taxes because you are rich. You pay more tax because you donate to rich colleges. So this is another hit. And now they said, parents, you can only borrow $20,000. So who is going to cover the gap? I don't think Harvard is all the expensive colleges have to rethink. I lose the federal funding, I lose donations, and I lose the student loans. How can they afford themselves? So I heard so many stories, Mike, I want to manipulate my FAFSA to get student loan. That's BS. Forget about it. You will not get anything for the next 4 years. College are very cautious now because they cannot give out the money like everybody could get a scholarship. No such thing anymore. Endowment, they have to pay 20% tax. All the Jewish people foundation, private foundation give money, you have to pay 8%. The federal funding cut almost every day. And they send the 专业工作组，对不对？督察办, they look at all the programs. Anything with the DEI, they will reduce your reduce your funding. And now parents, you can only borrow 20,000 a year, up to 65,000 for the whole life, meaning for the whole college. You can only borrow 65,000. That's it. All the Ivy League,
Yeah,
we will cover that.
exactly. This is not enough for a lot of students.
Yes. So parents,
Wait.
you think is not going to work financially, right? You have to think if you have a lot of houses, a lot of stocks, yes, you can do it. Otherwise, government doesn't help you, college doesn't help you, student loan doesn't help you. I'm getting excited because I think our Chinese parents always passionate, obsessed by the Ivy League. Now they give you a cold shower. If you want to do it, you figure out yourself.
On your own time.
Okay, now EV. This one's a big deal, $499. I think Elon really messed up. So, all right, I need can you read the sentence, termination of the second one, the 70502.
Okay. Termination of clean vehicle credit. Hold on. In general, Section 30DH is amended by striking placed in service after December 31st, 2032, and inserting acquired after September 30, 2025. What does it mean? Amended by striking.
Meaning what? If you buy a Tesla or any electronic car after September 30th, you are losing the 7,500 tax credit, the energy credit. That's why people are driving to Tesla's shop trying to get a car before 9:30, because right out of $7,000 right there. Yeah. But that's why Tesla going to
I
suffer.
see.
That's why Tesla stocks are coming down because nobody can. Yes, I can buy a car, but I'm not getting any EV tax credit since starting from 2 months, 3 months.
After September 30th, there's no more credit.
I think you see the whole Congress is screwed Elon. That's why he's so angry. He's so upset. You think the law is a very pure, equity, inclusive? Yes, this is all political. It's all personal.
Well, let's not worry about Elon. I think he has ways to navigate. Even though he might lose the EV market, he has he has Mars to conquer.
Termination of qualified commercial, termination of alternative fuel, termination of energy efficient, termination of the whole thing is terminated. You see that?
Yeah.
The law dialed back all the things Biden does. Remember all this solar panel? Kevin, my son, he has a friend in Florida. He doesn't even finish school. He said, I want to sell solar panels because that's how they credit, energy credit. Now he need to find a new job because now all this solar thing, the wind thing is not going to get anything because they terminated.
It's a shame.
That's why it's so hard to make a business model because you invest so much money, you will not become profitable at least 4 or 5 years, right? How many people rely on tax credit to be profitable, viable in business? Now they terminate it in front of you. What about the things you spend? So how many ESG funds, how many energy green loans, what do you call the sustainable loans are going to default?
这个东西那个叫什么？会不会遇到 lawsuit，然后又 reverse 回来呀？这广大人民群众这后头那
Yeah,
个，
this
他应
terminate.
该会有一些叫什么 grandfather clause。If it is established under certain law, it may still be effective. Who knows?
Yeah, the law is, I'm sure IRS or Department of Energy will do something, but it seems like everything is very strict. So I think the whole thing is driven by you can drill, but but what about next 4 years, suddenly the law change again, and suddenly the drilling people will suffer again. Who knows, right?
Exactly. This is so political.
Yeah. All right. HSA. So I like that. No AGI limit. AGI is always good. And the post 65 contribution, nobody can. This is a big deal. For instance, government really want people to be self-funding their health savings. How many people are suffering? The dementia, the Alzheimer, senior care. Is that in the past, after 65, if you use Medicare Part A, you are disqualified. Now they said, fine, you can continue to contribute the HSA account.
HSA.
They encourage people. I think HSA is one of the best deal, guys. You got to do it. The last one is the $50 million, page 252. Let me see, 252. So that's one that said, now you're permanent, right? If you die next year, not this year. This year is so if you die next year, you'll leave behind up to $15 million without paying tax, estate tax, which is good. That's why I give you another reason is we should have life insurance we can leave behind. Annuity is not a good idea. Because if you die, annuity is dead. Start terminate. I want that you leave behind $15 million. That's why buy life insurance is better than buy annuity. You're not hitting the AGI limit, and also you leave behind a $1 million death benefits. If anybody sell you annuity, you have to think. You have to say, have you guys read the law? I have 15 million capacity. Why you need to sell me annuity? I need to buy life insurance. All right, I'm going to give you this court cases study. For instance, I designed a few cases. Okay, I know it's personal view, does not represent anybody. I just used it again because the software I have not designed yet. I just pulled the 1040. The column is a pre the one beautiful bill. This is after, but without any planning. If you the first two situations is, for instance, I have $1 million CD, I get a 30,000 because people are worried about it. They have all the cash. They earn CD $33,000, and also they buy the Coke and different stocks, IBM. They get a dividend, and also they have IRA distribution because they're already in the retirement age, and then they have 40,000 annuities, and they have Social Securities. So suddenly, if you all things together, your income is way too high. Because remember this AGI for the senior care is what? Is the senior care is your AGI cannot be over $150,000. So that's why in that situation, you're not going to get anything because you pay high tax. So of all the taxable income, you're going to pay $40,000 of taxes. So that's the situation I think people may not be beneficial. Now let's move on to the preference I have. This is 4. This 4 is my preference. Husband is 67, wife is 65, meaning what both are qualified for senior deductions. I will use shift money to put into life insurance policies. You stuff money into the cash value life insurance. In that case, you drop your CDs into 3,000, not 30,000. You try to buy the Warren Buffett stock or anything with no dividend. Why? Dividend hurts you. So you buy the stocks have no dividend, and when you need the money, you do BBB. Remember this concept? Right? I mention this all the time called the borrow buy. This one, right? The buy borrow die strategies, because you borrow securities line of credit. That's loan. It's not going to cause any tax reform. And you have rental properties. You produce $25,000 losses. How do you do that? Cost segregations, bonus depreciations. In that case, with all the things, you can reduce your AGI because you're 65. So you get all the things. You get standard deductions, senior deductions, and senior, the 65 deductions. So total is $46,000. By the time you finish all the taxes, you only pay $3,000 taxes, 4%. Very efficient. Very efficient. But it's not the best. What if you have 5-6 rentals? You can claim real estate professionals. Instead of limited by 25,000, you can do cost segregations, you can do blah, blah, blah. You can do a lot more aggressive depreciations. That's why if you produce $55,000 losses, and you can do what? You can do 200K Roth conversions. Why? Because your income is 148. It's still below $150,000 senior deductions. That's why this strategy, you do Roth conversions, and you still get $46,000 standard deductions. Maybe even get another $1,000 the above the line the donations, right? Charitable giving. In that case, you pay 17,000 taxes. Your tax burden only 11%. Very efficient. Why? Because I wanted you to chunk your traditional IRA into Roth year by year, 200 by the time you are 74, you already converted almost $1 million in it. Okay. Now, assuming you are 79, meaning what? You are already in RMD. Again, this because the senior care only for 4 years. That's why it really depends on what age you are. So you can either use the regular one or use the REP. For REP is very hard. IRS does not believe you are 79. You can still climb ladders, paint the walls at age 79 for 5 houses. So that's one tricky. You have to think, unless you can prove your wife do that, okay? Because she's 76. So if you do that, same thing. You can do RMDs. By the time you do all the strategies, your tax bracket is 10%. Regardless, these 4 strategies is still better than the first 2 because reduce annuities, reduce cashes, shift the money to different, buy stocks, instead of sell them, borrow from them, right? BB, buy, borrow, and build. And also, you can leverage all the HSA accounts. So this is my strategies for you guys. All right, I have 10 case studies. That's my favorite. Let me getting people who volunteered. Aaron, hold on. Let me see who is going to volunteer. Arthur, can you do my first student? After Arthur is Bing. Okay. Arthur, can you do the question number 1?
Sure. Anna and Albert are high-income earners with AGI 700,000. Most OBBBA tax bracket by SALT, car loan interest, and QBI are not applicable to them. What can they do to be tax smart rather than paying high taxes?
This happens to many couples here, right? Assuming you are double income, easily you over everything because all the things they have carve out, they have a phase out. What do you think, Arthur?
I'm trying to understand that with the new big and beautiful bill. It's hard. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I wrote. Remember, I told people I have try to work on my new book. The book is focused on the tax planning, but I have a special chapter for OBBBA, and there are so many things I just think it's hard for high income people. It's almost they have so many different limitations, right? There are all the limitations here. That's why it's going to be hard for high income people. My suggestion is salt you cannot get much because you're too high. You can still use the corporation, the pass through, right? The pass through entity called the PETE. You can use that one. Yes, car loan you cannot get it. Why not you ask your son to buy a car? He has a low income. He can benefit this one, and you can rent from him. You can lease a car from his son. We can do that one. Again, it's not easy, but at least try to work a few things. All right. Bing, can you do next too, Betty? Yeah. After that, it will be Bing. There are 2 Bings. 一个是 Bing, 一个是 Bing 才. Bing, can you be first? Bing 才 second. Bing is not there. Bing 才，你来试一下。Okay, nobody there. All right, Christian. Chris, can you try that? Chris?
我帮你吧，教官。
Anybody volunteer? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah，那个我帮你吧。啊，刚才冰才上来了吗
No, I can do it.
？Yeah, go ahead, Jessie. Say thank you.
2. Betty and Brad have AGI of 300,000. They heard about the Tesla EV tax credit disappearing after September 30th, 2025. Can they still do something now? Betty has a successful real estate brokerage business. They have a daughter, Bettina, working as a school teacher with 80,000 annual salary.
Yep. Remember this Tesla thing, right? Tesla is what? You can only get a $7,000 tax credit before September 30, right? Remember that?
2025.
So you got to go to the car now. Buy that. What else? Because the AGI is this one, which is still okay.
Where their daughter can buy the car and lease to them.
Yeah, that's one good too. The daughter can buy a car, lease to them. That's also good. But I would say because Betty is a real estate business, she may have rental properties. Well, if she can claim losses, she can bring, I don't know, kind of a stretch. If they can bring down the AGI even further, that'd be good. For the sake of argument, that's why they have a rental property. They claim as professionals. If they can bring AGI below $200,000, what they can do? They can enjoy the car loan, right? The car loan interest. Remember the car loan interest deductions? And also because Tesla is what? Tesla is a brand new car. They can do bonus depreciation, right? Bonus depreciation for brand new car, 100%. You can at least you can get like $21,000 first year deductions, assuming 80-90% of a car is for business. So my point is what? You borrow a loan to buy a car. You only put in $5,000. You borrow like $50,000 loan. Your interest deduction is good for a few $1,000s. You get a $7,000 energy credit before 930, and you also get a bonus depreciation $21,000. By the time this year, you probably get a $30,000 back. It's almost the best deal before 930. You follow my point? You can hit this multiple strategies here: car loan, bonus depreciations, energy credit.
Can Betty's real estate investment or property receive like the bonus depreciation and get a loss on the property, and which can be offset the AHEI?
I'm talking about the car itself, the Tesla bonus depreciation. The car itself can be the bonus depreciation.
What about properties?
The property, remember the law, you have to buy the property after January 19, 2025. I don't think, so expensive now. I don't think they can do it. Yeah. Oh, I might be wrong, yeah. Okay, next one. I'm just saying is, if you want to buy a Tesla, do now before 930. That's my point. All right, Don, can you do number 3 after that, Diana? Don, can you do number 3?
Actually, the font is too small. I can't read.
All right, Diana. After that, it will be Emily. All right, Emily. All right, 那我们校友刘芳也来一下。Number 3.
Okay. Kathy and Colleen are a wealthy couple. Rentals, brokerage account, RIA, annuity, and cash. Worrying about the 40% estate tax risk when they pass along the wealth to their children. Now they are thrilled about the $15 million per person lifetime threshold. What can they do now?
This $50 million is permanent, and also is transportable. Meaning what? If husband have unused, they can give to the wife. So combined, he can leave behind $30 million without paying federal level estate tax. I know state have problem, but if you live in Delaware, Florida, or Texas, probably even zero tax. Meaning what you can leave behind $30 million paying nothing. It's beautiful. So what can he do now? What do you think?
Do they need to do anything? They can just leave everything to their children, can they?
They should buy more rentals during retirement, claim those are professionals, do all the bonus depreciations, buy more rentals because they can leave a lot of houses behind. When the children get it, they all step up, right? They can sell that without bonus, without the depreciation recapture, without capital gain, because when the children inherit the house is a step-up basis. And the brokerage account, you should buy a lot of stocks. I don't know why retirees do not want to buy. Oh, I only put in money market fund because I worry about it's BS. You buy that, you compound. When you need the money, you borrow from it. When you finish from this earth, you leave your children this money. They get it, step up, and also within $30 million, they pay nothing. So old people, retirees, should buy stocks. You want to leave $1 million house, properties, stocks, portfolios to the children. And buy a lot of the life insurance, same thing. I don't know how many people can leave behind $15 million. It's only for rich people, right? I want you guys to think rich. If you only look at, I want to take care of this Medicare, I only take care of this, this little peanuts, forget about it. I want you to think big.
Do the stock portfolio get a step up of their stock prices when the kids inherited that?
Yeah, absolutely. Same thing. All the appreciated assets step up. IRA, you probably do the stretch. I would rather you do Roth conversion. When you leave behind IRA, give children Roth IRA. Okay. Annuity, I discourage, same reason, because you have $15 million, why you need annuity? Buy life insurance. All right, go to number Finn, 然后 Finney, 然后 Fred. Finn, are you there? Number 4.
Diana and David have a son ready for college this year. They read about the DOE cut funding over Ivy universities. What can they do to get their college finance ready?
It's happening right now. If you go to college, I don't know how you can survive. Your student loan is limited. Your parent loan limited. College is very cautious about giving out a scholarship. How can you survive the Ivy League? And with AI, you don't even know how to get a job or not. So 529 is always good, right? Remember 529? Yeah. So I want you guys to think of 529. 529 is very good because they can go to vocational school, you can go to grad school. I constantly think 529 is a good deal. And also, guys, do you know if you leave behind a 529, $5 million is not a part of the estate? Doesn't even count into the $15 million at the federal level. I don't know state, different state, different rules. But at federal level, 529 is out of the state. It's perfect. So constantly buy 529, constantly doing this, just let it grow. And many cases, if you want to, manipulate the FAFSA, CSS, that doesn't work anymore. I don't know why people still give you this strategy of FAFSA. It doesn't mean anything. You're not getting anything. So we are going to face this trouble for the next 4 years. Ivy League become unpopular. Government doesn't like it. Rich people doesn't want to donate. You cannot get student loans. What can you do?
Vocational school.
That's the whole point. Trump wants to bring the jobs back to the US. They want people to work at the shipyard, into the plants, not to play video games at home. Government do that. That's why if you want your child to have a sustainable business, go to Norfolk, because they have a brand new shipyard business, buy rentals around Norfolk, around all this, the bases around all the manufacturing places, because that's where the job market is. Where's that restaurant is? Where's all the rental properties? If you want money, go to Virginia Beach or go to Norfolk, go to the all the near the Navy Yard. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like that's the deal because America is really losing the manufacturing power. They have to do it back. They don't need so many McKinsey consultants. You know, I don't know how much value they can produce. All right, number 5. Fred, can you do number 5?
Sure. Edward and Emma are a married couple. Edward was laid off in April due to DOGE federal contracting cuts. Their AGI is expected to fall from 550,000 to 220,000. Any tax credits they can take advantage now under OBBBA.
That's a lot, right? Now suddenly they have a whole set of things they can do. The car loan, right? Remember $10,000 car loan? You might get it, right?
Yeah.
You get a car loan interest, the student loan interest, and they also can get the education savings account, right? Coverdale.
Possible.
Yeah.
Tip, try to get a second job. Bartender.
Bartender, yeah, go to bartender, you don't pay tax because it's happening. I don't know, yeah, it's in DC, right? So many federal jobs get cut, especially contractor, right? This guy did mortgage, and now they suddenly can afford the salt now because in the past they can't because 550. Now they can get a salt. All right, now to continue the story from this poor guy. Helen Lee, can you do number 6, Helen? After that, I'll go reverse way. I'll go from bottom. After that, it will be 郑还有袁真哈. All right, Helen Lee, can you do number 6? All right. She's not there. How about the Yuan Zhen? Can you do number Yuan Zhen? Zhen Wen.
Driving.
Right? All right. She's not there. Let's continue.
I can read. So
Go ahead.
which row?
Number 6. Hold on a second.
Number 6. Okay. So after Doge layoff, Edward purchased a few rental properties in DC metro area, ready for the real estate professional status. What tax code he can use to maximize his tax savings under OBBBA?
529.
Well, definitely he can do cost seg, right? Because he bought new houses in 2025 with the bonus depreciation. And he also can get, because he can have home office deduction, he can have a solo K. Real estate professional have so many things you can do, right? You can deduct your cars, your cell phones, and even salt. What else? Depends on his age. Maybe he's 65. He can do Roth conversion, right? Because he's a low tax bracket. Remember tax bracket? By the time in the past he's at the 37 or 35. Now he's only 20. He can easily become 22. He can do Roth conversion this moment, right? Okay, then let's go to Ted. Are you here? Number 7. Ted, can you do number 7, Ted? All right, how about the Tony? Can you do number 7, Tony? After the Vivian Xu.
Number 7. Gary, 35, was laid off by Microsoft due to the AI push. His 400,000 W-2 job was gone. He now set up a small business making an AI app called OBBBA
that help families and business to use the AI tool to save taxes. He spent $125K in research costs, and his AI app is expected to bring about $2 million revenue before April 15, 2026, tax filing due date. Any tax saving he could enjoy under the OBBBA. Oh
This
my.
is huge, guys. You know, the tax law is so complicated. If you guys can create an AI app, help people to navigate all the code, you become instant millionaire.
Yeah.
How many codes are so intertwined? You know, can you do that? This is my last year tax return. This is my this year income. This is my blah, blah. Put in the AI, and they give you the best strategies. Can you guys do that? Can somebody can create this AI tool for us? That?
I wouldn't know too. Okay. Boom.
Told you, this opportunity is right here.
Let's do it.
Just do it. And the government gave you the best deal called what? Called the research and experimental tax credit. This is huge. Page 329. I know this is the next sessions. I know we don't have time to do this, but I just give you a little. Government encourage people to do full expensing of domestic research and experimental. They said full expensing 100%. White House want people to innovate, to create new stuff. The law is so complicated. If somebody from this class can create some AI tools, I don't know how much money is spent because our government said it's research, it's experimental. It's like 100% dollar for dollar reduction. And you easily become millionaire because how many people are crazy for this, craving for this kind of tools instead of reading 900 pages. You can sell you can sell on your price. You can sell accountants, you can sell to the business people, you can sell to families, small business, anywhere, even government.
Isn't that TurboTax is doing right now?
Well, I don't know. I hope so. Somebody be smart enough. I know I use Instead. Anybody know this tool called Instead? They try to sell me their AI tool, maximize tax AI.
Coach Mike, you're on mute.
Yeah, they try to sell me these packages, but I don't like that. They charge me like $300 per month. But I try a few things. I think maybe not know a lot of strategy I know. Sorry, I just anyway. If you guys want to collaborate with me, I know some people want to collaborate with me to do AI tool for bookkeeping, to do tax savings. If somebody can work with me, that'd be good because I have tax knowledge, but I don't have AI knowledge. We can collaborate. Yeah, can you do that? And half the money revenue will donate to CAPA, right? Sure.
I think all these tools should be relatively,
hard. It's
好像 available，就是那个把两个 tax code，主要是有一个，肯定会是有一个，怎么讲？哎，不知道那个。
Need somebody to think holistically. That's the point. You need not only one point. You have to think the bigger picture, right? That's the key. That's my value. Yeah. All right. Number 8. Harry. Let me see who else is here. Vivian Xu. Can you do number 8, please, Vivian? After that, it will be Ding Wei.
Oh yeah. Harry and Helen were married in January 2025 and expecting a baby in January 2026. What is your thought on the Trump account? Any other planning tips around the new Trump baby?
right out the gate, get a $1,000, not bad.
Yeah, Trump credit, Trump account，赶紧 set up 529，还有什么？
Yeah, and a Warzio, and Coverdale, right? Coverdale, Warzio, UTMA, life insurance. That's enough. You can use all the gifting. The baby doesn't, nothing else. I think that's about it. Okay. You cannot buy rental too early. All right, Ding Wei, can you do number 9?
Number 9, Linda and Larry are in their 50s. They can manage their AGI below $200,000 through W2 versus Real Estate Pro. They want to buy a Tesla before 9/30/2025 to enjoy the $7.5K EV tax credit. They will borrow a car loan too. 50K times 5% times 150 days per 360 days. Is it a good strategy?
I think it's a good strategy, right? You get all the things. Leverage, OPM. You only put in 5,000 down payment and you get the different strategies. This $10,000 car loan is every year. You can get every year car loan. It's not a lifetime deal. You can every year you can get a loan. That's not bad for 4 years. By the time 4 years, your car pretty much useless. Okay, last one. Yuan, can you finish last one? We're done. Yeah.
Sure. John graduated from UBA. He couldn't find a job in his business information system major. He enrolled into HVAC vocational school to be licensed as a air condition professional. The credential program cost his family 25K. Any tax planning tips? 那个叫什么？
Qualified spending, 25%.
对呀，
So
那
five.
个至少那个 student loan 他能申请吗？
I don't know. Maybe probably 520 is good. Student loan, maybe, I don't know. I haven't thought of that. Maybe I'll check. I don't know. But the parents can give the money, or they can do that, or even I know when I take my son to buy his first rental, first house, he's 18, right? We went to Manassas. The builder said the whole country is looking for HVAC people. The training school is paying the young professional, like a Kevin's age of 18, 19 in high school, $65,000. If you want to get into vocational school, they pay you to get enrolled. Can you imagine? Instead of taking loans, they pay you to get trained HVAC. HVAC is such a hot deal, right? I don't know, you guys. HVAC, how many global warming, climate change? If you want to, I don't know, if your air conditioner blow up, you cannot let it go. You have to spend $100, right? You cannot negotiate. It's not negotiable. The price is, that's why this kind of jobs always give you unlimited supplies of jobs. HVAC, plumbers, electricians. We have to change the way we do things. Okay, so next season, just give you a quick flavor. I'm still working my book. It's called a Smart Family Tax Guide. And couple of things. This Friday, I'm doing the real estate part, which focuses on the OBBBA only for the real estate part. You can join if you want to. And my coach Lucy, she's my Christian sister. She's coming to DC because she helped me publish the book. She'll help me to promote my book. So we'll have a workshop July 21st in Rockville. We focus on the Financial Freedom Vision Board, mid-year financial planning, tax planning, and also answer all the questions you have under the One Big Beautiful Act. So this is my upcoming things. Questions? That's all I have. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I was going to mention about your book as well. Again, for those still in the audience, and just want to let you know all this work Coach Mike has put together was purely from the charity purpose. So,我们的所有的这些 coach 都 didn't get a penny pay from Capanova. 所以的话again, I just want to say thank you, Coach Mike, for the wonderful information that you shared with us and also your dedication, your effort. In addition, the Coach Mike is hosting a summer camp, not summer camp, but the summer workshop for the students, and it's called Fly. And again, that is for financial literacy for our students. And again, that is highly recommended as well. Coach, do you want to take a look at the chat box? And I think that there are a couple questions that you may want to address.
Oh, there's a lot. Oh, I didn't read it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's time probably have a sequence because, all right, go to the beginning. How does one sign up upcoming seminars? Oh, to go to my website. Feel free. Can I rent a private losses, bond distributions, offset? Yes, but they have to be purchased after January 19, 2025. Otherwise, you have to 1031, right? Can I use 529 for my own? Yeah, absolutely. As long as, that's why a lot of people use this 529. Oh, yeah, I forgot about it. My end of the chapter, the strategies, which is for all the things we talked today, I think I designed this 10 things. Yeah, can you read this 10 for the retiree simulation? What's the 10 strategy I have here? Yeah.
Sure, just a second.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Yeah. First, delay Social Security benefit till 70. Second, avoid taxable annuity, avoid large bank deposits, avoid dividend stock or bond funds. Third, use cash value whole life insurance to store cash.
For finance.
Mute yourself, please. Fourth, rules window 60 to 73. Number 5, think forward beyond 2028. Number 6, 529 qualified education during retirement. Number 7, use buy, borrow, and build strategy. Number 8, use rental loss to manage down AGI below 150K. Number 9, release HSA fund. Number 10, use market timing to do roles conversion.
Yeah, that's why for retirees, 529 is the best. You can go to any school worldwide, France, Italy, Spain, China, as long as it's part of the Department of Education authorized college, you can do that. You can cover room and board, tuition fees, not travel, but it's good enough. That's why I really wanted 529 to be part of your family tax planning, because give you post-retirement, you want to learn new things. You want to keep yourself engaged, right? That's a very beautiful deal. And the HSA is always good because you can always accumulate all the medical expenses. By the time you retire, you do not take IRA, you take HSA, you manage down your AGI below 150, you can do all the senior credits, senior deductions, and Roth conversions, because this taxable is a tax-free distributions HSA. That's why retirees is even more important to have all these accounts and use BBB, because you always borrow money from it instead of sell stocks, sell the house. That's how you can, by the time you graduate from this earth, your children get a step-up business up to $15 million, so everybody wins. All right, so go back to the final line. Yes, absolutely. What else? So they have a less loan to pay back. I don't know what does that mean. Any current tax breaks for putting money for another grow? Any current, just some states' income savings, not much. Is borrowing limit only capital university loans? Can student borrow from private? If you borrow from private, a lot more. Yeah, yes, you can apply some loans from private institution, but private loans expensive. Private foundation can give you some scholarship. Yes, that's tuition. Master of public school universities around $20,000. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, you can go to master program for tuition. What about annuity? Yeah, it doesn't matter because you want to grow at the 10% return S&P 500. Your annuity normally charge you 2% fee. Still not good. I want you to leave money behind. If you die, you have nothing left. The annuity stopped. It's not good for you. Does the Tesla have to be brand new? I think September 30, you can buy second hand as long as before September 30. Cost be said are only good for private. No, rental property absolutely fine. As any property. Okay, what's your recommendation for money left for any other child already graduate? Because you can change the beneficiary to grandchildren, your niece, your uncle, your any family members, and if you die, you can change the ownership to your son. So this thing carry forward next year. Somebody will need the money. At the end, if you still do that, if everybody have no childless, nobody finish, then you don't need to cover. That's it. Should the child inherit finance? It does not inherit. They call it change of ownership. Okay. How about the buy life insurance? Okay, but for buy life insurance for children, younger children, because they're cheaper. With HSE, can only use medical because we all live longer. You can deduct. Do you know during the HSE, based on what I read, is you can deduct certain gym cost, acupuncture, right? The condoms, sorry, the anything. I think I mentioned that, right? The best way for HSA is use this tool called Amazon. If you go to
yeah, Amazon HSA, you can look for the product that's qualified and spend money on Amazon.
to go to HSC, you buy everything from this site called all the things here are eligible for HSA. Your toilet paper, your lotions, is all eye care, it's all here. Yeah. So I don't think you worry about that. Yeah. For dividend stocks, can you set it up, reinvest? But I think if you are in a broker account, the investing part still pay tax. That's a problem. I don't like that because you want to maintain. So many things are driven by AGI. You want to have your AGI as low as possible. How to do that? That's why they call the strategies to build, to called SMART, right? Strategy to master assets and reduce tax. You have bigger assets. You don't have bigger income. When you need the money, you borrow out of it. Because Social Security will be taxable, dividend will be taxable. Even that's why mutual fund is such an inefficient way. They charge fees and also mutual fund dividend reinvestment is still taxable. And municipal is also taxable because they count it into the Social Security, the computed income. So even muni is not good. What else is not good? Unity is not good, muni is not good, Social Security, all taxable. So yeah, just be careful. Okay, see you Friday on the real estate. Next week is with the Baltimore County top retirees, and come to my book signing, book promotion party. Book promotion party 2 weeks from now.
Coach, when you get a chance, send me the events information. I will share with the group. And for everyone, if you're not in the Capanova WeChat group, let me know. 我的微信号是谚语周，然后的话我加你们进群，因为我们所有的这个活动都是在这个微信群里头发出去，所以的话希望大家关注我们的活动。还是那句话哈，我是觉得就是我们 Capanova 不是有这么一个 slogan 吗？叫心教为本，共建社区。其中一个这个大的一个 topic 就是这个 financial literacy。我们经历的这几年的这个时间里头，从这个叫什么东西啊？那种各种的这个 financial crisis，然后那个 job market，谚语周呀，那个中文的谚语周，这个有很多，这个现在孩子上了大学出来就没工作变的，就是包括很多就是在大厂的朋友哈，也经常就是面临这个被裁员的危险。What's important is 就是 when we educate our children, especially，不是光是要进藤校。We really need to think about how to raise them all these life skills 真的是这 life skills，doesn't matter which school you graduate，doesn't matter which job you have，all this can disappear the next day。可是如果你要是能够拥有这些 financial literacy 的这些 knowledge 的话，it's going to support you overcome those hardships。然后作为我们自己家长也是一样的。I think it is really crucial that we think differently from previous generation 哈。然后我是觉得我们父母那一代都是那种攒钱塞银行里头，塞床底下，就这么点 strategy。what we have to start to think about is 就是 like coach said how to leave a legacy behind。again we have a lot to learn and I hope this platform can support you and can help families down the road。所以的话，大家一起努力。Again，谢谢教官，谢谢大家，晚安。
拜，
谢谢老师。
明天见，Have a nice bye。
Bye。
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
I don't get your WeChat. Can you
谚语周就是燕子的燕，话语的语，州是五大洲的洲，好吧。然后我不知道你们是在哪里看到我的 flyer 的哈，然后基本上都是我在外头满世界撒的找我的 flyer， 你就能找到我的微信号，好吧？All right，那就这样，大家晚安，谢谢。